Yeah. Welcome back. To get this man some help,
Oh my God.
a guerrilla edition. We're going to record while we're driving.
This seems fraught.
This is a new...
This seems very fraught.
Listen, I recently started a full-time job.
Yeah.
I don't have time like I used to until the school year starts again. Sean and I are driving to basketball right now.
Sure.
I'm surprising him with this.
Yeah. That's a little bit of a shock.
And we're just going to do a quick pod.
Okay.
Just wanted to go through some quick hits.
Okay.
Because it's been a while since we've talked.
It's been a long time.
Now, the last time we talked was before the Morant news.
Yes.
Should we start there?
Oh, we might as well.
Okay. What are your thoughts?
So I've had a lot of time to think about it, and
Yeah.
think about it I have.
Yeah.
And still does not make a whole lot of sense
No.
to me. I understand you're rolling for value. I mean, you get rid of Jeremy Grant, who we thought we'd have to pair him with picks to get rid of him.
Uh-huh.
So it costs you next to nothing, I guess. He hasn't played 7 straight games since like 21.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
So I guess the good news is he and Dame aren't really going to be on the court that much to begin with.
Yeah.
So
Maybe you don't have to worry about Scoot getting stunted. 'Cause
Yeah,
he's
I
gonna have to
mean-
come in anyway.
Right. So it may be kind of an alternate situation. I would be shocked if Dame and Morant played in the same regular season, more than 25 regular season games together.
Yeah.
I would be shocked.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess kind of what the hell?
It doesn't, like, from a talent play,
Yeah.
you saw the highs
Yeah.
of Ja,
You know what he can do.
and he can be
Sure.
legitimately incredible in a way that we haven't had since Prime Dame. Like, he can be,
Yeah.
back when we were younger, you know,
Sure.
being in the top 10 on Sports Center was like a big deal.
Yeah, sure.
Ja's getting you into the top 10. He's capable of
That's
that.
fine. He's getting you the top 10. I do think one of the things the Blazers did not have last year, sort of famously, was 3-point shooting.
Mhm.
And the good news is Damian Lillard, the one thing I think we're all comfortable saying he can still do
Mhm.
is shoot the ball.
Mhm.
And I do think Morant is going to provide a lot of open looks
Mhm.
for a lot of guys. And that's historically what he's done because he's able to get into the paint so effortlessly.
Mhm.
There are going to be some people, ready to shoot the ball.
Mhm.
So that's the best thing I can say about Morant is he may in some small part solve the 3-pointer problem because he's gonna create a lot of open looks
Yeah.
for probably Damian Lillard and Denny Avdija and Toumani Camara, who's by all accounts working on his shot. So sure, why not?
So we were a defensive-minded team last year.
Yeah, that's done. That's done. Yeah,
That was our identity.
yeah, it's done.
And now, just because of the contracts
Oh, my
and
God.
the status, and like, I don't know about ego, because like in his intro, he was like, I don't mind coming off the bench. I mean, who knows if that's actually true? But we go from being a team that was defensively scary
Yeah.
to being like, it doesn't take a genius. You don't need Mark Daigneault to figure out how to
No.
play against the Blazers. Like, you attack the guards and you attack the guards.
And
and
that's all you're gonna have.
You put them in pick and rolls. You're relentless with it. It's scary how bad those two on the court will be on the defensive end. Because even Scoot, he's not like an elite defensive player, but he tries.
He tries.
And he's athletic
Yeah.
and he's young.
Well, I think that they said that Toumani Camara ran more than just about anybody else in the league
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
And he's going to have to increase that output
Mhm.
this year, especially losing Thibault. And, I've heard a lot, Thibault, what did he really bring? Matisse Thibault, when he played, which was only, I think, 30-something games? Maybe.
I don't know.
Correct me if I'm wrong. But when he did play, analytically speaking, he's one of the best, if not the best perimeter defender in the NBA
Mhm.
when he plays.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, theoretically, a healthy Matisse Thybulle can kind of buffer some of the gaping holes that are going to get created by Damian Lillard coming off of a terrible injury,
Yeah.
and Morant, who has never shown any interest in playing defense really at all.
Both of them are coming off injuries, and
Yeah.
both of them weren't plus defenders
No.
when healthy. So, like, this isn't Hollywood. This isn't a movie. Like, they're not going to all of a sudden be like great defenders.
No, and Drew Holiday is a a very good defender even at his age.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you can't play them all at the same time.
That's the problem.
It's not like you can sub them off.
Yeah.
It's not like football, right? Where you just switch the teams out.
Yeah.
For defense. Yeah, I mean, the Blazers are big changes, but probably not in the ways you want to see.
Yeah. I mean, I guess so it's funny because you and I had a pod and we were dreaming Jaylen Brown.
Sure.
And then we got off the pod and I went on a hike.
Yeah.
And I had no cell service.
Yeah.
And I came back into cell service literally hours after we podded. Like,
that's right.
And it was like, oh, we like shot our wad and we got Ja Morant. And I was just like, what? This is crazy.
Yeah.
And the thing I love about Blazers fans is that we'll talk ourselves into anything.
Oh, 100%.
And so all of a sudden you sort of see the ship kind of turning. And there is this author I really love named Kiese Lemon. Do you know this guy?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. He's like a huge Ja fan. And he like posted about it. And he's like, Portland got a real one. So I was like, wait a second. Maybe Kiese knows something I don't know. But anyway, so that happened. And the thing that's hard is that you have all these moves on the court where the product next year maybe isn't as exciting as I would have hoped it would be, just in terms of like, how is this going to work? Like, it sort of seems just like what are we doing here?
Yeah.
You know? Like this is year 4 for Scoot and we still haven't given him a runway. Shaden Sharp still doesn't feel like we know what he is.
Right.
Tamani sort of, okay, yeah, we kind of know what he is, but like, let's like, how often can you do this kind of stuff with them where you're moving them around? And then on top of that, we have an owner who is like going out of his way to be like, what did you call it? A Tom Wolfe villain? Just like comically villainous.
Yeah.
And he lowballs Kevin Calabro.
It kills me. Out of all the terrible, terrible things that have come out of this Blazers front office, the new regime.
Yeah.
So the story goes, and I don't even know if I sent you the link to the article. The story goes, Kevin Calabro's team had been calling them basically nonstop for like 3 months. Like, let's work out an extension. I definitely want to come back. They heard nothing.
Yeah.
They heard nothing at all.
Yeah.
Until his contract expired.
Yeah.
And then they hit him with a number so low. Kevin Calabro told his agent, "Don't even counteroffer. I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to walk away with my dignity. I'm not even going to engage." And in his own words, he said the offer was subprime, which I thought, Kevin Calabro, a man who's leaving with his dignity intact.
Explain why that's such a funny thing.
So this guy, Tom Dundon, made his money, on subprime car loans. So basically, if you're poor and you're struggling and you need a car, you get into contact with, Tom Dundon's
Tommy D.
car loan place and say, okay, that 98 Ford Taurus that you want, it's going to cost you $4,000, but we're going to tack on a 29% interest rate. And by the time you're done paying, it'll be $10,000. And so if you do that enough times, you can make $1 billion. Just absolutely sticking it to poor people.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. And that was kind of why I texted you this. This man amassed an entire fortune basically treating people with contempt.
Yep.
You will really have to hold people in contempt to charge them that kind of interest on a car loan. For a vehicle is a depreciating asset. I don't even know if an economics podcast, but a brand new Lexus is not going to be worth it is when you drive it off the lot. Yeah. An old, 10-year-old car is certainly not going to be worth you pay for it, and it's going to have mechanical, but you're still having to pay, the 39% interest on your 4-year car loan to Tom Dundon. And I just think this is a guy who has gone through he's built this empire, taking advantage of people and treating people like shit. And so he buys the Blazers and immediately starts to stick to his formula, which is treating people like absolute shit. Like, not even, you could just say, hey, Kevin, we may be moving it, we're trying to cut costs, man. You could give him a heads up. Yeah. But to just insult him. Kind of like he's insulting the city, kind of like he insulted the governor, kind of like he insults the fans. I mean, he just treats everyone around him with contempt. While I was getting into the car, I sent you a link. There were 3 assistant GMs. Yeah, one's my Schmidt's I'm sorry. That lucky bastard. But they lost another one. Yeah. The people are fleeing if they can, because it's a clown show with a guy who literally is just like, he's like the villain from like some 80s teen movie. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like he bought the bowling alley and is going to turn it into, a legal office or what, I don't know, but it's horrible. It's just absolutely terrible.
Well, the thing, to go back to the subprime thing, almost by definition, the only people who are forced to take these loans are people who aren't doing well financially and they're in a vulnerable place Because if you have the money, you're not going to do a subprime loan.
100%
Or you could be whatever.
right.
So he made his money off of this way. And now, he sort of like takes this like stroke of just dastardliness and thinks of himself as like a genius. And I'm going to cut costs at any price. And you have, what was the radio guy? Travis
Demir,
They offered him 50% of his current salary, which is crazy.
We have talked about this many times. And you're actually hearing people say it now that, they're done. They had the best broadcast crew, TV and radio, in the league. Like the other broadcast crews, happy to admit, yeah, those guys are like, they are the gold standard for what we do. And you're just making it just shitty. You just, we have this great thing, but you know what? It costs us an extra. Listen, guys, if you're working for the local basketball team, you are not making millions of dollars a year. You know what I mean? But this is not a huge expense, all things considered, for what was the best broadcast product in the NBA. But I can save, maybe $750,000.
Yeah.
So, everybody, off we go.
He's like the guy in the cowboy movie who, before the big shootout, can't get his gun out of his holster and shoots his own leg. Because, I feel like if he was like, hey, we're letting Neil Everett go, it's like, okay. He was every other game, whatever.
Sure.
But Kevin Calabro guided the good ship Blazers through very dark waters.
Very dark waters.
And it was not a fun time.
No.
And he, through his just verbal, just linguistic virtuosity, got us through. We have all these verbal memes of the Murray brothers,
but otherwise unwatchable. If not for Kevin Calabro and Lamar.
Yeah.
And there were plenty of those games over the past few seasons.
Yeah.
And to just sort of enshittify your own product is really kind of amazing.
Incredible stuff.
It is really just, I saw that news and just okay. So he's really serious about just absolutely stripping everything into its most basic, efficient bit, and it doesn't matter if the fans like it. It doesn't matter.
No,
it doesn't matter.
That's not about the fans.
They're going to hire some kid out of some recent college grad probably for a quarter of what they pay Travis Demir.
Yep.
And it's going to suck. Not the fault of whoever the poor bastard is they hire.
I know.
You know what I mean?
It's shouts out to Miko Nori. It's I'm sorry, man. We think you're a good guy, but you're in a bad situation.
I remember just to date myself, Norm Macdonald used to do the SNL weekend update show, on Saturday Night Live. Back when Saturday Night Live was actually kind of funny. And this guy, Colin Quinn, replaced him. And Norm Macdonald was a beloved, he was, everyone loved him. And, Colin Quinn? I think it was Colin Quinn. Came in and was like, look, I just want to get this out of the way. I apologize up front because I'm never going to be able to do what North did, but hopefully we can try to, get through this together.
A little self-awareness.
And it's going to be one of those situations who's going to come and replace Kevin Calabro?
Oh my God.
That's terrible.
So I don't know if you know this, but I heard that this was one of his moves he did when he bought the Hurricanes, and it was even more an announcer who was even more beloved than Calabro. It was basically they're Sean's.
Yeah.
And he did the same exact thing. Anyway.
Did you hear about the Stanley Cup thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So just in case you haven't heard.
Yeah.
In hockey, when you win the championship, they give you the Stanley Cup, which is a gigantic trophy of a cup.
Yeah.
And on that cup, when you win, you can etch the names of 55 people from your organization, generally players, coaches, equipment staff, medical staff, but you only get to 55 spots. This asshole Tom Dundon takes 8 of those spots for him.
Not only 8, the top 8.
The top 8. Yeah, the first 8 for him and his wife and his brood of failed sons and daughters. So for now, for the next, I guess it's 15 years, the life cycle of these names, it's the Dundon family and then all the people who actually did the work to win the championship. And nothing could be more perfect. Nothing could be more emblematic of what we're looking at. I mean, just the worst people.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us for a little snippet. This is a drive time.
It was drive time.
Yeah, the drive time was good. All right. We'll see you later. Thanks to Pooper Distortion.
Man, some help. Stop it. Get some help. A Blazers podcast.